In sports news, Nigeria Table Tennis Federation has unveiled 20 players who will compete at the National Under-16 Super League. Lagos Augustine Emmanuel and Kwara Sukurat Ayela Gegon have both emerged champions of the league and will be joined by 18 other players in the grand finale holding on May 14th at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. 12 players will compete in the boys' events, while 8 players will also compete in the girls' events. President of the Federation, Wahid Eniton Ushudi, says winners from Super League will be introduced at the Elite Cadet Training Program by the national team coaches and professionals. It includes Shago Toriola and Funke Oshonaike. To the English Premier League, Leicester City will have to wait for another day, at least, to be crowned champions of England for the first time after playing a 1-1 draw at Manchester United. United led when Anthony Marshall converted Antonio Valencia's cross, but Leicester were level 9 minutes later. If Tottenham fails to win at Chelsea tomorrow, then Leicester will be crowned Premier League champions. Manchester City hopes of qualifying for the Champions League remain in the balance as Southampton recorded a 4-2 win at St Mary's Stadium. The Lagos State government at the weekend hosted an array of jazz musicians at the State House to commemorate the 2016 International Jazz Day. The event, which is the first of its kind in Lagos, had performances from local and international jazz artists.
Prominent Lagosians, including the former governor of Lagos, were among several jazz enthusiasts who joined the state governor to mark this year's International Jazz Day. Guests were treated to scintillating jazz performances by renowned artists from Nigeria and abroad, some of whom are Grammy Award winners. Former governor of Cross River State, Mr. Donald Duke, kept guests spellbound with his sax performance. The International Jazz Day highlights jazz and its diplomatic role of uniting people across the globe. The Lagos State government is tapping on this to showcase Lagos as the hub of tourism in Africa.
Let's talk more about the Jazz Festival now. Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos State joins us now. Mr. Steve Ayorinde, thank you for joining us on the news at 10.
Thank you very much.
So we just had, a look into what the Jazz Festival is about. You said it's for 3 days, so tell us more about it.
Well, I mean, the festival itself is for 3 days, but what His Excellency the Governor has done is to host an evening of jazz yesterday, which is 30th of April. All over the world, 30th of April is designated by UNESCO as the International Jazz Day. Washington, D.C. is the jazz capital city for this year. But then, because this is about UNESCO, this is about saying that Lagos is in tune with the whole world. His Excellency the Governor Akeem Ambode, decided to host a jazz evening yesterday at the State House, featuring the best of Nigerian jazz musicians, the best of international jazz artists, including Grammy Award winners, just to say to the world that this is in tune with what we have always, talked about: tourism, hospitality, entertainment, and culture, for excellence in Lagos State.
I guess workers who have the day off tomorrow have a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us on the news
You're
at
more
10.
than welcome. Thank you very much.
Iraq's Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi has ordered the arrest of Shia Muslim activists who stormed parliament in Baghdad on Saturday. He says those who caused damage and attacked the police should be brought to justice. IS has claimed responsibility for a twin suicide bombing that killed at least 33 people, meanwhile, wounded more than 50 others in the southern town of Samawa. Now, those protesters accused the government of neglecting much-needed reforms as it struggles with its campaign against the so-called Islamic State group and declining oil revenues. And the main news again. Nigerian workers today held rallies across the country demanding an upward review of the minimum wage. Also today, the Edo State government announced an increase in the minimum wage for state civil servants to 25,000 naira. This increase will take effect from this month. Finally, the federal government said it is aware of the challenges facing the Nigerian worker and pledges to tackle them. That's News at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. You have the day off tomorrow. Enjoy it. Good night.